lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Brown blew up. Cop that new rape on them haters.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Jackson on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll find his rookie tight end. It's Hayden Hurst. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Look at 56. 56. 319. All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, 46.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Orange.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. Now Gordon on first down. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. And Rivers saw something he didn't like. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Buffalo wall. Hey. All right.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Cluster. 12.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jackson buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Rivers out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Orange.
From the gun, Rivers throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Four down. Check. Like, watch 13. Check four. Load it.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground now with Gordon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, Jackson. He's going to go up top for the hit. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Following the interception here, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. So we've reached halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Keep it skinny. Load it. Load it. Hey, four down.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Hey, Rocket.
Throwing Rivers. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Alpha! Buffalo wall.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Rivers now on 2nd down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A toss play. Gordon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Rivers to throw it. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, Their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Here we go. Keep it skinny. Be hot.
Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Gordon on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second down, Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
0.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Hey, Delta!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jackson being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, Landy. Over.
And the blitz does come. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers, complete. It's Henry. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rivers on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
He's back to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here's Desmond King on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory.